Yeah, that's right. Alien Cat has returned. You eyes are not lying to you. You're not being deceived. But I do have a frog in my throat, as usual, so we're gonna scuff to start, as usual. You can't be a cat tuber, you can't be a VTuber without, having scuff in a stream. And I'd rather be the scuff be at the start than anywhere else. How's everyone doing? This is I, Sark, the sarcasm detector, sometimes known as the lowlife cat. And yes, we are doing Surviving Mars relaunched. Oh boy, how excited I am to play this. I haven't played it yet. Actually, funny thing, I I kind of wanted to play this as soon as it was released, which was not too long ago, just a couple of days ago. And I went to Steam. I was waiting the whole morning, basically waiting for it to show up on Steam. And it finally did, and I was shocked. I was expecting a very different price for the game than what I saw. I was expecting a discount. And I was expecting it to be after the discount to be in like the $20 range for me because I had the original Surviving Mars. But it was actually double that, so I thought that perhaps, they were charging full price for the game and I was getting half the full price, which was you know what, it wasn't that expensive, but really I didn't want to I was expecting to spend like $20 on a game. And it was more than that. So I just basically dropped it and went and streamed some Power Wash Simulator 2 that day. If you remember the last stream, yeah, that was why we streamed that. But yesterday evening, I was watching a YouTuber named Steve TA Gaming. Steve TA Gaming, or Steve Tag Gamer. I don't know how you pronounce that. I apologize. He mentioned that the discount actually was late and it applied after about an hour. So I went and looked, and lo and behold, the discount was there. I purchased the game, I installed it, and here we are. Gonna play that. So thank you very much for Steve TA Gamer for notifying me. Otherwise, it would have just gone till like the end of the month when I would have looked at it again. Let me just skip over to the side here, and yeah, I'm bringing back the old alien cat with the little antenna. We used to stream it with this actual model. I don't think it had the glasses on, but yeah, the black cat with the antenna. We're back. We're playing Surviving Mars. No mods installed, so we're going to be playing it. We're going to be playing it dry. Although I think there are mods. Yeah, people are already making mods for this. But we're gonna go simple. We're gonna go back. We're gonna skip the tutorials though. I'm gonna go back to how we originally played. Where'd you play this? It's not that old of a game. It's 2018, right? It's barely 7 years old. I mean, I guess some of the new people, the younger generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, will be like 7 years. That's like ancient, man. Yeah, but for the rest of us, yeah, not that old. So let's see, mission setup. This looks slightly different. I like the graphics, by the way. Skyport 1 is the name. Well, the name of the colony. We'll change that in a second. But let's see. I didn't get the Ultimate Edition, so we don't get that new sponsor. I might pick that up later on, but you know what? For now, it was just like a $20 purchase. And it just gives us the whole thing minus one sponsor. It's fine. So otherwise, it's the same as before. And I absolutely love playing as Japan, and I'm kind of tempted to dive back into it. Wasp drones, a metal extractor that doesn't require a workforce. That's the automatic metals, which is kind of helpful. Rovers cost and weight lowered by 50%. Cost and weight. Exploring a sector grants research points. That's always nice. I love that about the Japanese. All specialists perform better. And application generation reduced, so we don't get as many applicants back on Earth, unfortunately. But I think I like that. I think I'm going to give that a try. Let's see. Rocket scientist was the extra rocket with the CO2 jet propulsion. All funds gained by 20%, increased by 20%. Martian patents, repeatable tech. Cash, how you doing? You were playing this all day yesterday. Well, like I said, I almost I didn't see the. I was waiting for it to come up. And when it came up, I didn't see the discount. And it was more money than I wanted to pay, so I left it. But then someone pointed out that the discount was late, and I looked again, and yep, it was $20, so I picked it up. And now here I am. I haven't played it yet, not at all. Well, apart from the original game. How are you liking it so far? Doctor, hydro engineer. Hurry up and get back. I'm hurrying. Politicians, all factions have higher approval. I like the remake things flow better. Interesting. And we had this conversation about some of our concerns from beforehand, like a month or so ago. So you're thinking that it's worth a $20 upgrade. It's basically spending $20 to upgrade our old copy of Surviving Mars. Yeah, the stuff I'm kind of semi-interested in trying out. Underground has been totally working. Yeah, pretty much. Cool. That's what I was thinking. That's what I want to try. Colonists regain sanity while underground instead of losing sanity. Elevator, drone hub, extenders, underground domes, unlocks. Underground basic and micro domes. You know what? We haven't really played that last time. So I'm going to pick that up. Mystery is random. No, let's go with the... These are all... Some of these are really nice. I like St. Elmo's Fire. Spheres. Never fire a laser at a mirror. That's good advice. Metatron is an asshole. Let's not go that way. Beyond Earth is like super easy. I think I'll go with Inner Light. Just trying to clear my throat here. Inner Light, just because they have the Jean-Luc Picard quote. What is this? Okay, this is different. It was mysteries. Enlightenment Initiative. It is in our DNA. We must be better. The imperative binds us to improve ourselves through science until we create a society of betters, not equals. From the unapologetic meritocracy. It doesn't tell us what these do, if they have any effect. So, prosperity for Mars, there were Dark Ages, and then there was modern economy. If not for the funds and materials provided, would we even have a colony? First, we must focus on profits if we want to get anything done. dominion of Mars. The politics of Earth and Mars are two very different beasts. We must not even for a second consider that the solutions working on Earth will work on Mars. A small society does not need elaborate politics. It needs to be swift and ready to react. Workers of Mars, rejoice for the future of this planet. We are the collective and your rights matter. We will fight for you no matter what. We fought, we struggled, we survived. And for what? So a bunch of Earthlings can come and dictate our fates? These fools do not understand that you must first earn your place on this planet. Making Eden a reality is not just a dream, it is our utmost goal on this planet. If we do not leave it greener, if we do not spread beautiful life all across it, then we may just as well give up as a species. Look at it how you will, from a naturalist perspective, from societal perspective, from a philosophical perspective. The result is still the same. We are all equal. It is our duty to give every man, woman, and child opportunities they deserve to be their best selves. And then there's the church. Our Creator, in His infinite wisdom, allowed us to reach this planet. It is our purpose to make Ark and bless the universe with this perfect gift of humanity. Which kind of makes me want to try that. Well, these are all really good, but I don't know what they do. It doesn't say anything on this side, does it? The church guys are smoking good stuff. Yeah, I think so. I might want to switch from Japan. We do this. What does this give us? Arc pod, supply pod that can carry passengers. A service spire that satisfies social interests and restores sanity to visitors. All colonies have a religious trait. Birth rate is doubled. Hydroponics performs reduced by 50. And I don't think so. Let's go for Enlightenment Initiative, because we're going for like some scientific Japanese here. We're gonna make VTubing on Mars a thing. Inner light, entertainment, rival colonies. I don't like playing with colonies. I really don't. I have done it before, but I don't like that. Okay, game rules. Do we want to... what do we want or do not want? Or do we leave it blank and play as simple as possible? We can make it more difficult. We're already at 270. Does this change stuff, by the way? No, it does not. Colony name. Of course it is. Display hints are off. Let's go. Next window. We spent enough time here. We just spent like 15 minutes on that first screen. All right, what do we have here? Pretty basic setup. A Stirling, moisture, vaporator, a refinery, and a hub. Yeah, of course, the location, yeah. We get an explorer, which is good, and 2 commanders? I'd rather have a transport instead. Only 2 probes, though. Yeah, that's a little bit cheaper. And we have 15, 15, and 10 polymers, machine parts, and electronics. Only 2 probes? That's what she said. Let's rename this. Since you're here first, Cash. called the Cash Rocket in honor of you. Next window. All right, so there's still the default locations that it usually is. And there used to be a site that I used to love playing at. Like this whole area is so good for resources. You can basically pick wherever you want. Like this is just the storms. Where was that one specific site? Was it that it 38? I'd have to look at my old save files. Or we could do random. Or we can pick one of these sites. Ooh, Serenum Beta. I like that. Let's go with that. Serenum Beta. I have no idea if it's still the same as it used to be, or if they've redone it so the stats are different. Not that I remember. As if I would remember. Welcome to Mars. Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touch down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones, and the rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavor will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. That is actually kind of interesting. We got metal, we got concrete, I don't know if there's any water though.
Sector scanned. Research complete.
Oh, that sucks. There's no water. We do have a vaporator, but there's a lot of concrete. So we can use the vaporator temporarily. There's lots of iron, it looks like, on the ground surface here. Plus this high grade underground. And there's a vista too, so if you wanted to place a dome here somewhere, probably somewhere close to that, over here. Oh, there's another vista there as well. So we can have a super comfortable dome if we wanted. One mod I miss was the super high view. So if I zoom out, it goes straight to this view, but I used to have a mod that was kind of in between this and this. And that's one mod I miss. Just trying to see if there is a hole in the ground, as in the entrance to the underground, if it's reasonably close to where I am, where I is. Doesn't look like it's on the same side of the map at all. Oh no, there it is. Okay, that's not too far. Is that the distance of the rocket? That can't be the right distance, right? The control distance? That's just the dust. Okay, so what was it that showed me the control distance of the rocket? Was that a mod that I had previously? Yeah, that's the dust distance. All right. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna put the rocket closer to here because I think I want the dome to be here somewhere. We'll build our industrial stuff here. We'll flatten this out. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Hello. Oh, is time moving? Time was moving. Oops. Let's go into research. We have polymer factory already. I want to get autonomous sensors going. There's no outsourcing. Enact outsourcing law to get additional 1,000 from your sponsor by spending. Oh, okay. And what? Decommission protocol. AI robotics should be in there. Social. Building elevator. I think I have a default elevator. Underground dome construction. And then there's the terraforming stuff. They added politics and it's a law to get outsourcing. I see. This is engineering. I kind of do want engineering, even if it's not specifically that. Then we'll get the money one. And I do need biotech, even though... Also, let's scan. That was another mod that I had, which was the unlimited scanning. It's fine. I said we're gonna play it dry. Oh, that's what tab is. What's the speed? Is it 1, 2, 3 for speed? Yes. Okay.
A rocket has arrived.
B still the building button. It is. C is still power cables. V is the pipes. Yes, everything remains as it was. Universal depot. Okay, that's the service area. Okay, not too shabby. I want you to come over here. You. The UI has changed, huh? It is different. Pick everything from there, unload resources there, but it's still super familiar. I don't see anything for my explorer to do at the moment. But we do need concrete. Let's see what we need first. We need power. And I just noticed something. There's a little up arrow here at the top of this. So is that like with upgrade? Is that what that is? One of the things I noticed, there was a I guess a purchase from the previous game that doesn't get transferred over. So we got all the DLCs, but not the smaller DLCs. The paid for purchases doesn't. Yeah. Remember you got me the wind turbine, the big wind thing, unless it's buried in a in the tech, and I can't see it at the moment. It is there. Okay. I just can't see it. Good information to know. So power costs 3 metal. We're picking up the metal right now from the ground. The drones should be doing that. This is concrete. I don't know if I want to spend on that yet. 5 metal, 2 machine parts. We do have components such as the vaporator and the Stirling generator and the fuel refinery. So let's get the hub. There's also a hub, right? I don't know if I want to put the hub down right away. We'll wait till that research is done. There are the upgrades are already there. If you can't access us, you'll have to. It will have a circle with the line through it. If I can't access it, I am seeing that there's like arrows on top of some of this stuff that I know the hub is updatable. So hover over the wind generator. Oh, okay. Ah. Ah. So that arrow, I should have just, okay. I is dumb. Thank you for pointing stuff out. Drone hub extender. Interesting. Consumption is power and maintenance is. That's interesting. Okay. Train tunnel. Okay. Train tunnel entrance and exit can connect tracks and power grids to different locations. Rovers cannot use this type of tunnel. So this is an exclusive train tunnel. Well, this is for the rovers. Well, that's why can't they be both? Oh god. This is automatic metals extractor, pipe valve, and the outside. Oh, okay. So that actually is super useful. Dumping site, large dumping site, dumping site. What? Okay. That one's a bit incomprehensible. Naturalist habitat. The colonists who are living here will not suffer penalties from working outside. This habitat houses its own life support and does not need to be connected to water or oxygen. 30, 20, it's expensive though. Only 5 residential. You ever seen a Jeep run down a train tunnel and the train is coming? That's why Rover can't use the train. Like I know, but like the train is like on a monorail, isn't it? So you can have like the monorail a little bit elevated and the like normal road track below that. Maybe I don't. The Rovers are huge technically. If you've seen them next to the colonists. Just kind of stunned by this. Okay. So these are just outdoor houses, residential space 5. So you can just have like random. They're expensive as hell. And you can just have them out. That's new. Yeah, that is new. Living complex, living quarter. Okay, small, large. Okay, we get it. An air gym. So instead of having multiple windows, cycling through them, this works out really nicely. Earth Embassy. Hello. Generates funding or other rewards if the diplomacy laws are enacted. The period at which the rewards are given depends on the building performance. Best workers are officers. Martian Assembly. These are dome spires. Okay. Then we got the different parks. And lamps and stuff. Clear. Okay, that's all the same. Forestation plant. Politics. Okay. Medical center and detainment center. Wow, this is some really cool endgame stuff to have, actually. These different ministries. Provides research points and boosted research focus, safety standards, regulations, deregulations. Safety standard deregulation sounds absolutely terrifying. Why would you want to deregulate safety standards? That is just insane. Hopefully that's a typo. Reduces building resources. That's the Ministry of IA. Reduces building resource costs and boosts the education and effective governing laws from permits and efficiency character. To increase production. Okay. Increase export costs, boost the heavy mining shifts. These are all some nice boosts, but they're expensive. 6 workers per shift. This is endgame. At a risk, yeah. Increase production at a definite risk there. Worker performance, boost the crowded living, hours, quiet hours, Mars appreciation laws. And these require the assembly. Interesting. Politics. This is about cables, train tracks. This is like, it's just completely built into the game now. I like that. And salvage. Why does it look like that? Just going to put that here. What's these guys doing? What are they doing? RC Commander is sitting there because I want to flatten that. So let's go with flatten. Control hints are on the sides. I love that now. Do I want to flatten that yet? Let's do that as a flattening. Actually, wish I should have gotten a dozer. Is what I should have gotten. Also, there's a generator right there. Is it because? Oh, interesting. That's what happened. Interesting. That's why they gave us two RC commanders. A new deep space telescope will be launched to scan the cosmos from a point even further out than Mars. Ooh. The company behind the telescope, Lambda Industries, has partnered with our sponsors to share the financial burden of the deep space launch. Our sponsors not want to waste an opportunity to help their most ambitious projects, as the splitting of the launch bill will basically pay for a single supply pod that they can fill with cargo of our choosing. Okay, so we got probes, Some extra resources will be nice, I guess. We get an RC transport. Oh, well, I wish I'd known that earlier. I think I'll take the probes, really. I'll take the probes. So drop you down over here. Just outside of range, huh? That's the Sterling complete. It looks different. Definitely looks different. We have some waste rock. We have some metal now. So let's go and put the concreter. Kind of, it's a high, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Thinking of maybe stacking 2 of these here, but I do have like other concrete stuff in the area, so it's fine. We'll just stuff this here. Do it at this angle like this. And do that. And then we can put down also, how much power does this take? This takes 5. This produces 10. In its closed form, if I open it up, it'll do 20. So let's open that up. And then we need the water and the fuel refinery. So let's put down one of these. Just gonna put it here. I shouldn't really futz too much about placement for now, since we're just having fun at the start, although I might regret that later. Cash will come up to me like, dude, what the hell were you thinking, dude? I was like, you were right here when I was thinking it. Let's put this right there. Just like that. And then we're also gonna need, this is 5, right? This is also 5 and 1 water. Yet with the faction that I chose, okay. But this is just a prefab that they gave me. How dare they cheap out on the prefab? God damn. Okay. I need depot fuel. Where is there? There it is. We're gonna put the fuel down here somewhere. It's a little bit distant from everyone. Gonna move you there. While that's going, pause. Let's use some of these. Nice.
Milestone complete.
Nice. Okay. Clear that. More stuff to scan. Right over here. Kind of want to grab that. Nice. And what is that? That's another underground entrance, but what is that? I was going to put the ramp over here, but I guess the ramp is going to have to be here somewhere. The underground research elevators. Yes, sure. Come back down here. That actually kind of looks kind of decent for a start. Automatic sensors have an autonomous sensors. Not quite done yet.
Sector scanned. Sector scanned. No active research.
That did complete all of that. Drone swarm is one I definitely want. I did a chunk out of drone swarms. That is fine. That is exactly what I wanted. We got low G high rise. This is a polymer factory. Then we have soil adaptation, which is the farm. Elevator, let's actually research that. Increase wind turbine upgrade. Look for that. Not yet. Seeds, not yet. All right, I will grab the biotech and I will grab the engineering. Fine. We'll put that in as well. Let's go. And now we come to the hurry up and wait
Heavy
phase.
drone workload.
Yep. We have keys and stuff here. We can task them. There you can see queue tasks. I was worried that that wouldn't be a thing, but it is a thing. So fire and forget. Go, buddy, go.
Anomaly
Just
found.
don't fall into a hole. Where did we find an anomaly?
A building has stopped working.
Logistical problem. What logistical problem? Just need the drone swarm to complete. Once drone swarm is complete, then we can...
Milestone completed.
Oh, something happened. Research. Points received. Oh, is that from the... What is that from? Oh, is that from the key there? So tab is that. H is this now. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Transport type rovers harvest faster. We're gonna definitely add that in. Subsurface heater, fuel compression is good. Okay. And magnetic filtering plus what is that? Self-sufficient lighting. Why is this not being built? There it is. We have 5 surplus power. Good. Okay. That seems to work because it's a church group and you know the preacher pocketed the extra. That's awful, man. That is horrible. And only anomaly analyzed.
We've just confirmed the location of
A metal deposit. Nice. That would be that one. Okay. We did find water up there. And yes, we have our first fuel. So rocket, well, okay, we have more than our first fuel. It's just going to fill the rocket real quick. Polymer is going. Enlightenment Initiative. Oh, that is my... Okay. So I have like 14 points. Ah, I see. Take me there. They are unhappy with me. Why? Build research buildings, build small residences, complete high-speed comm satellite, complete contract exploration, enact research in ecology, increase research per soul. Whoosh. Okay. I picked some really demanding people then. I picked a really demanding faction. The truth hurts. All right. Paradox Interactive's there. Open the floor. Each completed milestone increases the export price. Enact sponsor research as additional sponsor research policy. Yes. Voting probability 8, maybe 2 against. Founder stage is skipped. Okay, these are the laws that I guess outsourcing is there. Okay. Vote. Yay! Because they like divided opinions on the law, divided. Russia voted because the law is liked by a faction they hate.
New faction opportunity.
We discovered
What is this?
unusual crystals in the remains
400
of
million.
the-
Okay, cool.
The magnified images of their crystalline matrix were broadcast by every major news channel on Earth.
I want to believe we got a bit of money for that. Pause. Faction. Complete the following task. Build a dome in 4 souls. I don't know if I can do that. If I click OK and I fail, that's a negative, right? If I click negative, you know what? I'm not going to do it because we're being chill is what we're doing. That is slowly filling up. And this guy's slowly collecting metals. We do have a few polymers. Ooh. So maybe how much water do we have? Water demand, water production. It's 1 for 1. So if I put down a polymer factory, I'm going to need something more than a vaporator, atmospheric vaporator. There's some water here, which is pretty close. Very low grade, 13.8. And this one is 12. It's also a very low. So the water around us is not that good. Will my rover be able to get to there? That's the next question. We'll see. He's chugging along, so he's going to go over the dunes and around to get to here. That's what it looks like. Some polymers there, more metals there. Gather all this and bring it back here, please. How close are we on the drone swarm? Super close. Resources are there, which these guys are not doing a very good job of picking up, to be honest. We should get a dumping site. It's one thing I forgot. Large dumping site. Let's put that out there. Should still be barely within range. Yes, it is. But we're at 300 research, which is really, really good. One soul till the next session. And that is slowly fueling up.
Research complete.
Nice. Pause. What did we unlock? We unlocked We actually unlocked the ability to build the drone hub, which is 2,000, which I think is kind of important, as well as cargo. This increases the cargo space. I want to reduce the fuel cost. This is really good though. Just maybe not at this very second. Yes, I will grab the drone hub to actually start expanding our base area. Although we have the drone extenders. Wasn't that something from Beyond, Below and Beyond? And I've never used them before. I've just always overlapped the drone hubs. Also, if you have a law you want to pass and most don't agree, you can negotiate up to 3 times per law to try and persuade other factions. The extenders were part of that DLC. We'll call it that DLC because it was literally that. Yeah, the Sterling is definitely different. They should have updated its icon, but I guess they wanted to keep it familiar to people. Let's see, we are at the 1 hour mark, so good time to play some commercials and do a little bit of a stretch break. Do I leave this running though? I'm always worried to leave this running. I don't know. Anyways, 5 minutes.
Complete.
Oh yeah, there we go. So I'll actually pause it, and music's still playing though. So yeah, we'll be back after these commercials. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back.